virtual agents as a service is probably the best way to buy conversational AI. This is the third in a 3-part series on different ways to procure and deliver conversational AI. In the past, I've covered fixed price, fixed scope. Don't go there. I've covered lean agile, a really effective way of delivering conversational AI. And today we're going to talk about the third option, which is basically to buy virtual agents as a service. Just like you might buy agent time as a service, outsource it to an outsourced provider of agents, you can do the same with conversational AI. And why is this good? Well, custom builds are expensive. You know, all the simple tasks that we used to do in IVR and chatbots, you know, they've gone or they're going to digital. And what's left for conversational AI are experiences that in the past would have been covered by agents. And that means that they're quite complex. Customer expectations of how we'll handle those tasks are quite high. And so you've got to create a really nice experience. You've got to use top-notch AI technology. You've got to design, develop, test, continuously optimize those experiences to get the best outcome. And if you do all of that, even if you do that in a lean, agile methodology, it can be very expensive. So what is voice agents as a service? Well, it's where a vendor has pre-designed, pre-built apps and they'll configure and deploy and integrate them for you. There'll probably be some changes and updates and then they'll continuously optimize them, both for you but also across a number of customers. So essentially what they're doing is they're aggregating the volume of multiple clients, multiple businesses with similar needs. And that way they can amortize the investment across all of those customers. So you're not paying for every bit of code that's written or design that's done or machine learning optimization that's put in place. You're just paying for the bit that you're using. I think a way to think about this is like, you don't pay your agents to learn to speak, or you don't pay for them to go to school. Same with voice agents as a service. Your vendor has taught them to speak English or whatever language your customers speak. It's taught them to use conversation and to be polite and do all the right things, and it's even taught them some of the kind of the standard process flows, like understanding what a customer wants or authenticating them or taking a payment, those standard things. And so then all that's got to happen is we've got to specialize those agents for those things that are very unique to your business. I think this is the way. It's the fastest of the three approaches we've talked about because a lot of the work has already been done in advance. It's the most efficient because you're not paying for all of the implementation, you're just paying for the bit that you're using. It's a little bit less flexible because this only works where you have requirements that are shared by others in your industry. And if that's not the case, then a vendor just won't be able to deliver this as a service for you. Or if they do, it'll be very expensive. So it's a little bit less flexible. Sometimes you'll have to default back to using lean agile. But the great thing about this is it's not just fast and efficient. It's lower cost, and as a result of that, it's easier to make the ROI. Stand-up time is shorter. Setup costs are low or zero. And that means that from pretty much day one, you are going to be making a saving on your costs. You're going to have more scalability, and you're going to be able to deliver a more consistent branded customer experience. So I really do think that voice agents as a service is a model for delivering conversational AI that has a place that in fact is exactly the right way to be looking at delivering conversational AI today.